Nikolai Gryazin had it worse. There was no way back from this, in stage 13, at high speed, in the 19th kilometre, and when he was up on the leader Cachon, but soon off. A big sigh, day over.
Another Irishman from north of the border had already had an eventful weekend. Philip Allen was running 11th coming into the challenging stage 12. A wild spin across the road. With the tyre damage, they would eventually get back on their way, but it had been a character-building home event.
Miko Marchek had been keeping Will Creighton at bay for much of the rally, but with just one stage to go, he decided it was time to put some serious distance between the pair. A stunning run through stage 11's slippery conditions more than doubled his advantage over Creighton to cement his third place and his fourth podium of the season.
Next 2 days. It's been a tough first full ERC season for Dominic Strateski, but last year's Zlin winner has immediately underlined his undoubted pace on his home roads with the best qualifying run. The first full day at the Czechia round, and last year's winner Dominic Strateski was the first man on the road. The Czech champ running fourth before disaster struck in Saturday's second test. The Skoda careering across the curbs, and although with both his championship rivals struggling then, a blistering start to the rally had significantly boosted the slim hopes of Ceredigion winner John Armstrong. The M Sport Fiesta driver winning all but one stage on Saturday to lead the way despite a puncture early in the afternoon.
Still with an outside chance of catching the two men at the top of the championship, John Armstrong. The Irishman got within 2.3 seconds of Mabellini's time and will be full of confidence after his podium last time out in the Czech Republic.
The stage of the season in Croatia would be vital to our three championship hopefuls. Title race front-runner Miko Marchek backing up his strong free practice form with the fastest time and lead road position that comes with it on Saturday.
Bagnola continued his huge battle with Gian Basso on Sunday morning, but an epic power stage duel was taken away when he appeared in stage 11 running out of sequence. He was given a 20-second penalty for being 2 minutes late out of regroup, eventually having to settle for 5th place. After Saturday afternoon's heroics, Roberto Dapra's thoughts had turned to a podium place. They nursed the Yaris through the stage end, but it was a disappointing end to their challenge. Max McRae made it further into the Welsh countryside, but on a mud-coated right-hander, he was just a passenger. His Citroën buried itself into the roadside ditch, and there would be no escape from its clutches, despite McRae trying everything to extract his C3.
With the Irishman out of action, Lloyd was uncatchable in his bid to secure the runner-up spot in the championship race. But the 23-year-old was also having a tough time in Croatia. The Peugeot driver set to replace the Irishman in second, only to pick up a puncture on Saturday morning. The Welshman fought back to third, only to go off the road on the wet final leg.
With stage-end tyre temperatures recorded at over 100 degrees, driving smart surely was the key to success. And that seemed to be Andrea Mabellini's tactic, although guilty of being overcautious with his rubber in the long stage 6. It was a good day at the office for the title hopeful.
Strong field of 29 ERC1 entries would ensure a highly competitive qualifying stage at the new Rally Sierra Morena. Team MRF tyres new recruit James Williams made an eye-catching run. The Welshman taking advantage of a drying road to pip his teammate Stefan Lefebvre for 5th. Robert Jurgensen was running way down the order after failing to take part in qualifying, but after a fine runner-up run in Wales, the reigning junior WRC champion was at it again, claiming a stage win in the afternoon to run 3rd, only for a puncture with the end in sight on the final stage to undo all his hard work.
moved on to the podium, heading back to the service park in the gloom, but fortunate to have benefited from Rossell's retirement. Moving up into second place tonight, the first of two Czech drivers, this one Filip Mares, the winner of stage 14.
Of the championship front runners, Miko Marchik was aware his own hopes were fading. The Polish star was improving though, climbing from 11th to 4th over the course of this rapid opening leg. Asphalt, it can be difficult to predict where the best road position would be. A 5th place finish in qualifying then for the former ERC champion Jan Kopecky may be a positive result for the ever dangerous 11-time Czech rally winner. Eric Seiss has come within a few kilometres of winning his home event before, and the 26-year-old would overhaul John Armstrong for 4th, only for the balmy barren roads to strike with the end in sight. A puncture pit.
He would wrap up the British Championship this weekend, but the man from Ireland will be keen to test himself against the very best in Europe. Penalty, Gian Basso took the long stage 9 nearly 3 seconds quicker than his rival, giving him the rally lead for the first time all weekend. He secured the win with a smart power stage run, taking his 21st ERC win, and his Andrea Mabellini was in fight-back mode as he attempted to claw back his 2-minute time penalty he'd been given when members of his team broke strict rules on pre-event stage access. The Italian wisely stayed out of trouble, climbing the leaderboard to finish the day in 6th place and keeping his championship dreams very much alive.
Craig Rahill hoping to claim the runner-up spot. And it wouldn't take long for the boys scrapping for the runner-up spot to hit problems. Lancia driver Rahill was running second early on after claiming the win last time out in Zlin, but the Motorsport Island Rally Academy driver then crashed out in stage 3, ending his hopes of catching Lloyd before the first morning was done. There's a lot of Robert Virves had been running in a fine second place, but the Estonian has limited experience on wet asphalt. And a costly mistake on the surface water saw the 25-year-old in trouble as well. More than 2 minutes were dropped. Virves, though, later fighting back from 8th to 5th. Matthew Franceschi was suffering over the bumps and muddy corners on this first visit to Wales. A top 6 finish though, and the title fight would live on to the final round, and the Frenchman at least was staying in the hunt, climbing to 3rd on the end of day's super specials. Mads Osberg was relishing his first outing since July in what was his 300th rally. Alongside his 4th co-driver of the season in Irishman Lorcan Moore, the former Croatia WRC2 winner passed Johansson again after another spin for the Swede in the day's final test.
Seda tahaksid keerab, panen fooslukiga tõstab, absoluut.
Simone Tempestini had a mathematical, if fading, chance in the championship race and was drafted in by Team MRF last minute to run in a Volkswagen Polo. The 8-time Romanian champion made a fine start, running 3rd, only to damage his suspension in the final proper stage of the day.
Mabolini's rival for the title, Miko Marchek, was locked in a battle for third spot for much of the day, with British Rally Championship front-runner William Creighton. The Polish hero's experience eventually coming through, though, to cement third overnight.
But he recovered to finish just ahead of his compatriot in fourth. With Johansson out, the pressure was eased on Mads Osberg, who clearly had plenty of practice on wet asphalt over his 299 previous starts. The popular Norwegian delighted to claim his second podium of the season on his return to action.